Hi guys, and welcome to another almost personal reading. Third time is a charm, isn't that what we say? Alright, long story short, these are almost personal readings. I do take what resonate with you, leave behind the rest, never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. I just did 2 other readings and I thought that was enough, but as usual with these stories, when something really catches my attention, I'm like, what the hell is going on? I dive deeper, right? Attempt was just to do just one, because I have, why not? But then something shows up and like, what is this? So I continue, and now let's try and do a third one. Maybe it's gonna continue like this. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if something else pops up, right? Because let's just see. Let's see what I get. Kind of hope it's another energy, I gotta be honest, but let's see what we get. And be patient with me, okay? We're gonna start with the oracles. And then we're gonna lay out the tarot. What message do we have coming through? By the way, guys, I will say that these readings, what I have noticed, what makes them very interesting is that I may pick up on an energy today, and some of you recognize it as playing out in your life today. Try and check out the readings that have been of some time ago. Look at the playlist for the stalker and the almost personals. You might actually be surprised, because these energies, they can play out for one energy to play out, it can take some time for it, right? The nuances of it. That is especially true with the more complex energies. That's just something I noticed. Because I get the rich stories playing out in these, right? That's why I like them. They are very rich. But for that richness to play out, more than often they take some time to play out. But you place it into your context. Alright, what do we have showing up? Let's see, let's do another shuffle also of this one. These two, they go so well together. That was a weird split. Alright, let's do that. That was not there yet. What do we have? A burst of magic. Call of the Muse. I'm gonna need to find the book for this burst of magic. A Call of the Muse and the Time Machine. Burst of magic. Hold on. 48. Some of these energies I got nailed down, and some of them I haven't. Well, it's an epiphany, a sudden in higher knowing. Alright, let me read it for you. An epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. Your purpose, a gift, is bestowed upon you, cultivating conscious contact with higher power, coming to know what calls you and lights you up. That was so interesting, because when I was shuffling, what I got was this, like an inner child, but this child energy here. Sitting and wondering, where's my path? And that was the energy that showed up in the other ones, right? Where's my path, basically. Sometimes you may find that something you've been pondering, or a dilemma you let go, revisits you without warning. It may hit you while you're thinking about nothing, or the trigger may just be the right words arising in a conversation, book, or a blog. An epiphany strikes you like a lightning bolt, waking you up to the truth that has previously eluded you, as if the whole world stops in that moment as you integrate the missing pieces of the puzzle you were meant to solve all along. I can't speak now. This is such a time for you. Answers are coming directly from source and are being downloaded into you with such a force of conviction that you cannot be the same again. Be grateful for this beautiful burst of magic. It is not an everyday gift. Inherent in this knowledge is that Spirit is always listening to you. Spirit is your loving partner, reminding you that you are not alone. Even when it appears that you are trapped, you always have a key to unlock the solution if you cultivate the willingness to be open and tune into source. The answers you seek will come when you stop looking for them. Be mindful today when information pops out of the blue. Pay attention. The action you need to take will become obvious as you integrate in the magical wisdom. Regardless of the subject of your inquiry, you will be transformed. Only good will come of this. Let me tell you what I get here from this, because see, this is interesting. Just keep it simple and it will come. All right. The burst of magic, what I got here was this epiphany. It's almost like the Ace of Swords, right? The call of the muse, that is a contact here connecting into the feminine energy and the time machine. Can I really tell you what I get first and foremost? This is like, it is what it said here. It's a trigger. It's this trigger from the outside world that brings like an epiphany here within you. The past revisits you. And it revisits you as an emotional memory. This can be emotional flashbacks, meaning that the memory that you have is not, it may be triggered by some sort of an event that goes out on the outside. Of course, that's always how it happens. But there's a deep memory within you that's being triggered. Is it good? Is it bad? It depends on how it depends on how you look at it. Meaning that if any of you have ever worked on healing emotional trauma, what is that? It's a good question. Do I even have a definition of it? I'm not an expert, remember that. It is as it says. It's basically some sort of a traumatic experience. Sometimes it's attached with an experience that you do remember. Sometimes there is a visual output you can look on it, like when you have post-traumatic stress, right? You know what the event was, where it's complex, the traumatic stress. Then you have then we are talking about memories that are doesn't always have one particular event triggered to it, but on multiple events. But they probably went under the radar, so they can be difficult can actually be very difficult to work with, because you don't know why you're being triggered. But it may be because if this is for you, right, it's just talking about it, but could have been subjected to forms of prolonged stress on an emotional level that doesn't come with like a car accident, like the event that trigger the car accident, the loss of this, the loss of that, where it's one incident that triggers it, as opposed to a prolonged period of abuse, right? That's what makes it complex. But there's been debate that a lot of the challenges a lot of people they face can have roots in this, because especially if they've been have not worked on their emotions, they have not taken the time that's needed here to work on dealing with difficult experiences. When they are just, all right, I had a difficult experience, I'm just gonna throw myself out there into it again and buckle up. So if you have, depends on who you are, depends on how resistant you are, or resilient you are, basically. Not resistant, but how resilient you are, that you can do this, where you can just buckle up and get on the horse again. Well, let me tell you, the people who are like that, they had gone through it's because they were built up differently early on. They learned to deal with their emotions. But here the past revisits you. That's what I got here from the burst of magic. The information you're seeking will come from this, but is it good, is it bad? I really don't know. That's up for you to determine here. There we had this child wishing upon a star. I also get something about an apology for the fakeness of a connection. But here we have Call of the Muse is what I'm interested in here. That's the feminine. That's the voice within. There's a voice within from the past calling back to when something here got you grounded. You just got this feminine voice calling. But anyway, that sounds crazy. Let's pull a monology here. And that's the burst of magic. A water lily. Does that mean anything from you? So you look at the card. What are you seeing? There's a burst of magic. Yes. Let's call the horse there. Now, what do we have for the monology? A blast from the past. Yes, we cannot escape that, can we? It's been showing up all the time. Your dreams need a practical plan. Meditate and contemplate. I love it when you give me all these all over the place here. Your dreams need a practical plan. Hello there, full moon in Taurus. So the past is here to tell you better planning. Let's see the full moon in Taurus. I know it's not the prosperity in... That is the full moon. It's the full moon in Taurus, so it's the end. Sometimes you need to weave a little bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that where you are now, that is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it. But you also need to balance that with taking the practical down to earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing upon the moon, wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you are asking about money, this card heralds a change in financial fortunes depending on both your past action and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. Write down 10 things you know are wonderful about yourself. Laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change it. Change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Jealousy and envy create negative energy and attract negative. More exercise is called for. Yes, I can do that. I like this. Jealousy and envy create negative energy and attract negativity. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. That is such a great thing to say. It's absolutely true. Misery likes company, right? It's one more time one of those, who do you hang out with? Who do you hang out with? But it's also an energy here of balance. Absolutely, I see balance here. I see your burst of magic coming from holding on to your own sense of stability here. There's something about regulation, about saying no, but at the same time not saying no just for the sake of saying no. Opening up for the abundance to come in, opening up for the information here to come in. Those messages that you need, that's kind of like to take in the information from your environment to allow energies to flow your way. So opening up a little bit, but without it being so that you open up to the extent where you give so much of yourself that you forget to make those practical plans. Is this very difficult fine balance between being open to receive, open to give, but not flowing it out so you kind of become dim, right? But also open to receive compliments, to get this information here so that you can work on your skills. Become more detailed oriented almost. But what is it that your heart, what is it that brings the stability here? Moon and Taurus, that's interesting. I want to add additional cards here. Sacred Revenants. Oh, that came free. Oh no. Confidence is your key. It's time to take action. Oh no. Meaning that, oh no, I can't deal with these energies. It's Aries and it's Leo. Alright. New moon in Leo and new moon in Aries. I was just getting comfortable up here with the full moon in Taurus. Sacred revenants. Can you please just give me the practical energies here? Let's get another sacred revenant here. 47. We just had a 48, now we have a 47. Taking a step back there. Yeah, are you seeing yourself as a limited, or you see yourself as part of the whole? Revenance is the act of deep witnessing, respect and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and profound sense of well-being. Matter of how you reframe your question into a perspective, acknowledging the spiritual, accepting that everything has value, including your own frustrating challenges. Can you regard the other as sacred? Sacred, sacred. That's the similar to the other we had in the first reading, something about sacred, right? Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between the two? Sacred, sacred. Now sacred becomes to take on a different meaning, right? See, I'm like collecting all of the two readings beforehand here. Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you're tapping into this unity right now. No matter what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and you act action and holy. This is appreciating the experiences. It's learning from the past. Yeah, it's similar. The past is coming back here for you to learn from. We get that in terms of the oracle energies there from the 7 oracles. That's about, you receiving information from the past. It's coming here to teach you about you. It's coming here for you to revisit the past in terms of learning those bloody boundaries, right? Meaning that you see it as an experiences that kind of liberate you, although they may not always feel like that, right? It's because you're getting the key here into the future, holding the key into your heart here. And it's also about learning the diversity, learning that we are different. We are different. It kind of ties up to all these energies that's been flowing around lately about there being diversity, there being respect for differences, similar to like the tournament we just had with countries coming together. Tournament of countries playing against each other, waving their flag, meaning that, but in ways where we kind of fight each other, but at war with each other, but we are still respecting each other and celebrating each other. Long story there, but it is this diversity understanding, right? That we are different, we are alike, but we are different. But just because we're different doesn't mean we need to shame each other. But then we go over to the astrology, and what the fuck is going on there? Your dreams need a practical plan. Confidence is your key to success, and it's time to take action. It's a fixed sign, it's a cardinal sign. Leo, Aries. New moon in Leo. Sorry, I'm gonna lay out the tarot in a minute, 18 minutes. Oh my god, that's embarrassing, but it's just so curious here. New moon in Leo. This heralds the beginning of a new cycle for you, and when you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, like you have something to show off. If you want someone's attention, it's coming. Some of you are starting to work out because to look different. I don't know, losing weight, maybe getting rid of the COVID whatever. Blah blah blah. It's something about being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Think of yourself as the king or the queen of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. It's also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on and something like that. Make time to go out and have fun and spoil yourself. You earned it. It's time to show the world what it is that you got. Being brave, show what you earned here. Spoil yourself, you earned it. It's time to show. I'm gonna, guys, bear with me because I get a split in these energies. There we have the Aries. Show me this. Is it different? Alright, this is so interesting. Alright. The flame is, yes. The flame is lit now, got it. It's a wonderful new start backing and you on the right track. This is a sublime positive sign. If there's something you really want to happen in your life, take this as a big yes. It's time for you to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, this is the first sign, right? Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for, but the heart sign of Aries is driving you towards success. Why do I get that this is something else coming towards you? Right? Don't even think about giving up. A new male is coming into your life. You need a 12-month plan. Do your best and be happy about it. Don't even think about giving up. I love this Aries energy. These two come as two different energies. It's almost like they're two different. It's almost like I got 3 people here. Moon Taurus, Moon Leo, Moon Aries. All right, all right, how can I explain this? Give me a minute here to just tell you what it is that I get here. Oh my god, this is so interesting. It's because I get a very strong earth energy here. Your dreams need a practical plan in order for there to be magic. I get that. That's the energy where I get to do it. Then the additional energy, it's almost, how can I explain this? It's almost like I see someone coming like this, and they like literally, they have their chest up like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. They're like walking like this. Really got a Gaston-like energy, and it's basically like Gaston meets Belle. And but not like in the arrogant, not because, but Gaston, when Gaston is like a good one, right? Could also be Beauty and the Beast. She's just someone here who has that pride and it has that and the other one is a bit different. Let's say it like that. We're gonna add the tarot in a minute. Just give me one more here for this up there. It's a moral compass. Fake tales of coercive controls, tension building. I don't know what the hell is going on here. It's a turning point that's about to come your way here. For you, I get as though we have here, before the beginning cards, there's something here about, you're not falling into any kind of coercive control, whatever that means. Show me more up here for that energy up there, because I get this is something for itself. We have 8 of Cups in reverse. Forget it. No, sorry, it's because if the blast from the past has been showing up and it's been annoying me. Maybe yes, it's bloody same energy. No, it's the same. It's coming back. It's coming. I know it's not the trophy coming home. Forget that. It's coming back. The tension. Alright, what I get here is first and foremost is that there's a debate that's coming back. There's a debate that needs to take place. Some sort of a competition of working together. It's a contract. It was written in the contract that this needed to come back together, so it's coming back together. It's written in the contract. But someone didn't see that. They didn't see that they wrote a contract. When that contract was signed, it was promised that it was going to come back together. If anything, just to reassess it. It's basically like karma coming in here saying, you can't get away from this contract without there being transparency. That's basically how karma works. I'm talking about like in a legal situation right now. Is that when you sue someone and a situation is actually brought up in court here. Because we need to assess it again. We need to go over this again. It's in the contract. So you can run, you can hide. We're gonna look at it. That's what I got as the energy. Your dreams need a more practical plan. Death. Something needs to be let go. Bang! Good news I get with this one that showed up was the Taurus here, right? Going, oh shit, that sounds boring. It actually shows up with the most amazing energies because it's about releasing it. Your dreams need a more practical plan. We have Taurus and we have Scorpio. Those are fixed energy. Then we have here, you're manifesting some sort of a pause, releasing of any kind of some of you are coming out of a materialistic mindset. Some of you are releasing the Capricorn karma. What's the Capricorn karma, as I say it, is it's the desire to have status and money for the sake of having it. You don't have to be a Capricorn, it's just I call it the Capricorn karma, one of them. But it's releasing that. Someone snuck away with, someone stole something here in the past. There was competition. Someone put their own needs first. They suck at the plan. They did the wrong. Something was done wrong. They didn't have a proper plan. Someone here fucked up. They didn't have a proper plan. You're the one who brought communication probably a bit too quick here. I feel as though you're actually also curious here in the past. You listen to your intuition. Your intuition is telling you it's time for me to let go and release of this. You're coming into your moral compass here. You're following your moral compass. What does that mean? You know your higher good. You know what you will stand for, what you won't stand for. You follow your higher compass, the moral compass. The moral compass, you didn't see if I pulled this. The moral compass, when I write the moral compass, it's something, it's a concept I tried to get through in another assignment. I wasn't allowed to use it. Long stories, because I was writing in a different field. But the moral compass is it's the belief systems that you have. It's your own personal belief of what is right and what is wrong. It's your muse. It's in your body. It's when you, for instance, if you are in a situation and you get some sort of an information and you just feel in your gut that something here is wrong. It's not in alignment with who you are. It tends to be your moral compass talking, especially if it comes from a place of calmness. And if it's your compass and you actually have a deep connection with yourself, with your core, you're able to point in and saying, this does not feel right for me because this is my value. For instance, let me give you an example. My own compass. I have a compass. For instance, when I do readings, I have this, as you will have seen, I don't like it when people use people as a tool. That is my moral compass talking. When I address it in that way, I can pick up on the energies as a tarot reader, but the way I speak about it, you will find, as I always say, this is my personal opinion, is that my moral compass here is stepping in and telling me, or informing me and saying, this is just terrible, because that's my moral compass, right? It's not in a way of saying that I'm not to belittle others, even though I may sometimes appear as that, but people can do whatever the fuck they want. But my moral compass tells me that I don't stand by it. So if I were to find myself in situations where this were happening, if I found myself uncomfortable, if I then stop, when I look around and I see these tendencies playing out, I will then have to have a debate with my moral compass in terms of, can I stand by this? Or is my moral compass directing me towards a different path, saying, you go in this direction? You will probably find, or telling me, right, I might find myself stressed because I would find myself in an environment that's not for me. I will not be able to align myself. We will be in constant conflicts because that's not who I am. Unless I'd be able to adapt to it in a way that doesn't compromise my value systems, right? That's your moral compass. There's a lot to gain from taking some time out and figuring out what you stand for and what you don't stand for. And without having it be something you use to smack other people in the head with, right? For instance, it's not about ideologies. Really, it's not about ideology. So some people that can have of what they believe as a moral compass and what it is. Yes, because it is similar to ideologies, right? But it's just not a matter of having it be ideologies or belief systems that is used to antagonize. For instance, like the tournament, like where we do antagonize a little bit. we do go into this warrior mentality when we are in it, but the goal is to then to come out of it again, to be pro-social, right? I can have my opinion on the British press. I definitely have an opinion on the British media. Well, let's not go there, but that could be that would actually fall into where my ideology, compass might get a little shameful, because I have a strong opinion on British media. But British media is not the same as British people, if you know what I mean, and English probably, I believe. Oh God, but English media, oh my God, any of you know of them? It is. Hi, my dear Lord. Saw an interview with a sport journalist asking our goalkeeper something ridiculous. Was he asked you something about? It was a question very much rooted about how Denmark would feel about stealing something from England. Like, how's it coming home? And the goalkeeper was like, it's not so much about what it means what it would mean for me to steal something from England. It's more about what it would do for my country. It's like, everything is not about you guys. It was a sports journalist, right? Very ethnocentric. The same thing. What would it mean to basically like when you ethnocentric, I believe it is called. When you're all about me. What would it mean for them to hurt me? It's like, maybe they're not about hurting you. Maybe they're about living their lives, doing their own things. But we have this tendency to antagonize. I probably do it as well. Anyway, what do we have down here? I like this reading. I want to continue with this reading. Now I feel the connection to this. This is how I like to do my readings. Half readings, half scholarship, or half lectures, I believe. Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, sacred reverence. Tell me more about that. No. Tell me more about this one here. For you right now. Show me something for you right now. An energy for you. Moon in the reverse and the Two of Wands in the reverse. I keep getting something coming back. Something about making plans. It keeps saying the same. Alright, what is it that you're trying to tell me about these plans? You keep talking about plans. You, whatever. Show me about this planning energy. Nine of Cups. We are back to this, to what maybe this ties up to the stalker reading I did on the Hermit here, because we have something about here coming back into figuring out your path again, aligning with your path. This is about stopping you from doing something stupid. Four, 3, 4, something about your stability again here, right? 4 Pentacles in the reverse, 4 Wands, and the 4 Swords. And the Star. Now we have the stars coming up in the reverse. You know what? We have like I'm walking on a knife edge right here. These readings here. Someone here is walking on an edge, like in the Two of Swords. On the one hand, we have falling out of alignment with your path. It's actually like having to take a very significant decision here. But it's a decision in terms of how it is that you think about your path. Think about your future. And remember that you can always go back and make and reassess the decision. What decision you make today, yes, it will have facts. But if you make a wrong decision, you will always be a wrong decision. No decision is wrong, because it will help you come into alignment. It's just a matter of how you reflect upon the decision, so you make the best decision quicker. If you know what I mean. But it takes practice, right? That's why we go to school and we fuck up. We don't succeed the first time, maybe not third, right, whatever. We fuck up. And then we learn, right? How long does school take? It's what, 10 or 9 years? But that about your decision here is not being fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't let anyone sell you the world. If you don't feel yourself in it, can you connect with yourself in it? Do you feel as though you are selling out? Does it make you feel uncomfortable? Does it bring tension? Listen to that tension here. But I keep getting something's coming back. Coming back. What is it coming back? Well, someone made a bad decision. Oops, is what I'm getting. And now we look down here what I forgot. Turning point. This decision will impact the trajectory of your current life path. Doesn't it sound very, very fancy? The trajectory. So fancy I can't even pronounce it. Because I'm that idiot. This decision will impact the trajectory of your current life path. Sounds so serious. I love my little deck. I love my little deck. I find my deck to be very, 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 very serious, good energies. Moral compass, turning point. What do we have underneath? Trust. No elaboration on that. Can you tell me something else about these two here? We have a sensitive dreamer and listening skills. Guys, I love my deck. I'm just reminded by that. I love it. My sensitive dreamer with these two fire energies. Accept yourself and accept the differences in others. And listening skills. Yeah. We have active listening, which is being present, or paying attention and be present. So difficult to be an active listener. And we have reflective listening, which is when you ask questions to confirm, so you have a shared understanding. And we have empathetic listening, giving an outlet for emotions and understanding without judgment and open-minded. A lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people don't practice their listening skills. My problem is that I'm far more of a reflective listener than I am an active listener, so I intervene. Gotta learn on that. So I shut the fuck up. It's just I get very excited, okay? Well, my good friends and family, they know what they notice because they know me. It's like, shut up. Oops, sorry. Well, that's what you can do when you have quality people. You can feel comfortable telling each other to shut up, but in a good way. It's not about shaming. It's more like, you did it again. But sensitive dreamer, accept yourself and the differences in others. For some of you, this is you learning to accept who you are as you are. It's just before you were about to make a bad decision here. If it is yours, you can just remove it, right? Saying I was not about to make a bad decision. Fine. But I'm just saying what I got here is just before making a bad decision. It's like you would pull back and say, you know what? Do you remember who you are? You are probably a sensitive dreamer. Do you know what gifts that brings with it? Sensitive dreamers are often shamed, especially if they are men. But of course, women. But then in that case, in what I would believe, this is just an assumption, right? I can't prove it. Meaning that I believe that women might be shamed for it just because then they're being called for being women, and for then men it would be that they are sissies or whatever. That's just such so mean. I've seen bullying being the worst. But sensitive dreamer, that is the Pisces energy here, right? That is typical Pisces energy, which is, oh, it's such a beautiful energy. Is that of, well, the sensitive dreamers are the ones who bring us beautiful stories. Sensitive dreamers are, they bring us so great inventions, actually. I would actually call Albert Einstein a sensitive dreamer. Because in order to be inventive, to have originality, you gotta connect to something very, very, very creative. There's a lot of people out there who believe that they are creative nowadays, and my arrogance, look at them and they're like, you're just a copycat. Sensitive dreamers, it's so difficult to be a sensitive dreamer in an environment where we are being pressured into having to perform the entire time. You have to deliver. Sensitive dreamers don't belong there. So they often they fall into shame spirals. I don't know, I have a soft spot for sensitive dreamers because they can really bring so much beauty. They suck with structure. They absolutely suck with structure. That's why they benefit from partnerships with people who can bring structure. But those people who bring the structure, they should not go in there and dictate them. It's a beautiful collaboration between sensitive dreamers and their structural guide person. I don't know. It's a beautiful teamwork when you have these two together. But you have to allow them to be themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a lot of people who come to this channel who are sensitive dreamers, who have their dreams crushed, and they are shamed in some way or another. And they are here for the long readings, at least. They probably wouldn't. They're here for the long readings, for some sort of just to be probably, I don't know why, inspired to be confirmed that it's okay to be you, right? Even though I can be harsh sometimes. I'm a sensitive dreamer too, occasionally. I've gotten a little harsh along the ages. As I aged, I became more cynical, but it's always there. But not like some of the others I have seen. I mean, swear to God, some of the most creative people I have met have been these sensitive dreamers, and you just look at them and they are talents beyond, I mean, it's insane. Things they can create, the muse they connect to, especially when those who have the autistic in them, right? I don't know, they create. It's not just drawing. It's flowers. It's where the hell these things come from. They are just so talented. I have my talents in a different creativity, which is that of the mind, which is a chaos. Guys, I kind of want to do another reading of this. Is okay? Yes, it's okay, because I feel like we should continue. Now we are in something beautiful. It's a turning point of the trajectory that will change your life path. What's this turning point about? Oh, boredom. We have an old friend. We have an old friend here that probably owes you an apology of a sort for having put you into a box and misjudged you and broken your heart. This is karma. It's almost one of those fairy tale stories of, oh my God, they regret it. I don't know. In my experience, even if people, they do something stupid and they regret it, you will hardly know. And it doesn't really matter that, you know, if what you will feel it as a release in the energies. How can I say it like that? When someone here has done something stupid, even if it's like 20 years later or something like that. You might feel a shift in the energies. But we still get this miscommunication, not heart opened. Here we have the apology from a long distance. Someone trying to communicate, still lost opportunity, saying no, flower, no. Some of you have like built a fortress around you to protect yourself. But it's a fortress of, because if you got up here, right, to allow energies to come in, it's just a matter of not allowing idiots to come in. So you have a little fortress here, and the water with crocodiles that surrounds this fortress is meant to, you have trained those crocodiles to recognize an idiot. So the moment they come near the bridge and they say, hello, I want to come in, you have like a saltwater crocodile go, hello there, missed me? Hello, Captain Hook. Captain Hook and his crocodile. Time is chasing him. He is running away from time, Captain Hook. As is Peter Pan, by the way. No, Peter, yeah. If you can go into an analysis of never that one, of Peter Pan, but think of the crocodile as time. Tick tock, time. Captain Hook. It's what the father and Peter Pan being the boy, both of them stuck in infancy. And there comes Wendy, the little girl. She's there, and she needs to get away, hell away, right? Because she's stuck in that infancy. She falls in love in Peter Pan for a little while, and then gets kicked out by third party Tinkerbell. Who gets very jealous. And then the nanny dog calls them home, because that is just a fairy tale you do not want to get lost in. I haven't done those analysis for ages. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, someone here has judged you. We have people here judging. What is the turning point? Turning point is again for you to... what's the responsibility for you here? We have a three king situation. No, we have a 2 king situation, a 2 knight situation. Your responsibility is the Knight of Wands. Your responsibility is to believe in yourself. No one else will. When no one else will, you need to believe in yourself, and you need to do it in a healthy way where you still accept the valid criticism. Something is still coming back. Why is it that's coming back? What? Come on, last one. What's coming back? The final closure to a chapter. Not fighting for it. Empress here is done. She's done fighting for it. Fine. I hope you got any information here for it. We do have someone coming back, returning. You will watch the other readings for that. What is the message of this reading for you? General. Queen of Wands. Power couple. New beginning. Clean up time again. And I'm repeating myself. Do I want to do another one? No, because speaking of planning, I actually have things to do. So that's what I got for you. I will see you. Ciao.